On a late October morning in a hilly, middle-class neighborhood in central Singapore, a crowd was forming for a surprising event. Top government officials, community leaders, and a throng of media with cameras gathered around a group of scientists who had brought a most unusual gift, boxes of mosquitoes. With a shout of 1, 2, 3, they opened the boxes and released 3,000 of the insects into the air above Singapore's Braddell Heights. In a country where the warm, tropical climate is ideal for mosquitoes, most people are used to swatting the insects rather than releasing more of them into the environment. Fortunately, the residents of Braddell Heights had been prepared months in advance for this event, and welcomed the release. They knew that the mosquitoes would not bite, and that they were participating in an important study on the impact of mosquitoes infected with Wolbachia, a bacterium that hinders the insect's fertility and blocks the ability of viruses like Zika to spread. Singapore isn't the only country throwing mosquitoes into the air. Across Asia and Latin America, scientists are trying out radical new methods to defeat Aedes aegypti, and the less widespread Aedes albopictus, the mosquito species that spreads the dengue, chikungunya, and Zika viruses. Many of these experiments involve altering mosquitoes in the lab to render them harmless or infertile, with Wolbachia, irradiation, or even genetic modification. But the project in Singapore, along with an even larger trial in Yogyakarta, Indonesia, are showing that the release of these altered insects near human habitation is as much about persuading people about the effectiveness of this approach as it is about scientific innovation. This new approach to controlling insects that spread disease, known as biological vectors, began several years ago, when alarm bells first rang over the rise of dengue, today considered the world's fastest spreading tropical disease. Incidents of dengue have increased 30-fold in the past 5 decades, according to the World Health Organization. It has expanded from causing severe epidemics in just 9 countries before 1970 to more than 100 countries today, many of them in Asia and Latin America. Bites from the female Aedes mosquito carrying the dengue virus can leave a person with a high fever, excruciating joint pain, pounding headaches, and a rash. In severe cases when dengue hemorrhagic fever develops, there may be internal bleeding, shock, organ failure, and death. The disease has no vaccine, cure, or specific treatment. Therefore, the requirement of innovative idea of preventing mosquitoes to cause diseases has brought us the project called as Project Wolbachia, in which the male Aedes aegypti mosquitoes were injected with Wolbachia bacteria which make the male mosquitoes infertile. Thus when they are released into the environment, although they copulate, they cannot produce offsprings, thus preventing the spread. And the advantages of these mosquitoes is that they doesn't bite us, they feed on plants, and also doesn't spread any diseases. Click on subscribe and bell buttons so that you can get notifications when I upload a new video.